It's Levack and Goss on 104.5 The Team.
Yes, we are live here in Bristol, and it is it's where the beautiful people are, at least at the moment.
Thank you, Levack. I appreciate that.
Dear God, it's not you with those SpongeBob shoulders of yours. I mean, he is built like SpongeBob. You got just hit that on right there. Yes, there we go. Now it's a better show already. Sarina Morales joins us right now. You have been everywhere.
Yeah.
How did you even get in here?
Yeah, I drove, so that was helpful.
We gotta get that mic is weird. Can you pot her up just a hair? There we go.
Yeah, so, drove to Bristol from Hartford. But, yeah, I just came back from L.A. I flew in this morning. I filled in on a show in Nacion, so I was doing that in L.A. Prior to that, I was covering Jeter Day all day Sunday. So the past 3 days, I'm like, where am I? Okay, cool.
Welcome home.
Yeah, there's humans in front of me. Yeah. It's been home. And, yeah, I've been home. I've been home in Connecticut. I've been home in the Bronx. It was Mother's Day Sunday, so this is like ridiculous, funny story. My mom, poor mom, she's like, hey, you want to hang out, Mother's Day? And I'm like, Mom, I can't. I have to work. And she's just like, oh, well, what's going on? And I'm like, it's Derek Jeter Day. And she goes, are you serious? And so the catch there is that my mom and Jeter have the same birthday, June 26th. Every June 26th, I'd be like, Mom, happy birthday, Derek Jeter. And so I was like this smart aleck kid growing up in the Bronx, like love the Yankees. Like I live pretty close to the stadium, so we go to a lot of games growing up. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, he has taken over my day again. Of course you're covering freaking Jeter Day. So yeah, I was home in the Bronx.
Yeah, nobody thinks about that. Jeter's like, oh, I'm going to do this nice thing. I'm going to have my day on Mother's Day.
Right.
So my mother and my grandmother can be happy.
They don't think about my mom.
Right. What about
Sylvia's mom? They're sharing the same birthday. Right. Sylvia Morales, she's been frustrated with you for some time now, Jeter. Got to talk about this.
We finally found a person who's mad at Derek Jeter.
No one's mad except for Sylvia Morales.
Sarina Morales with us right now. We are live at the mothership, and you were there. You grew up in the Bronx. What for you?
Okay, so I gotta tell you, I wrote a piece just when he retired. It was like symbolic of the end of my childhood. When Jeter retired, that ended my childhood. So once again, I was like, wow, okay, I'm really an adult now. And, I've been an adult for some time because, I got to pay my rent and I've got to, pay bills and I drive a car and you can pay. It's all bills, really, is when you get older. But so, I acknowledge that being an adult has been a thing that I've experienced for some time. But when, this guy was the last poster that I had on my wall as a kid. And he was someone that, I really looked up to because, for me, he was like that silent leader that, there was so much noise, literally and figuratively, in the Bronx. Growing up in New York City, it is not easy to do. I mean, we grew up, my first apartment, our first home, was a one-bedroom apartment in the Bronx on the Grand Concourse, and there was 4 of us. So my mom and dad, they slept in the living room on a pull-out couch, and it was me and my sister sharing our bedroom. And on that apartment building, saw everything from, I saw people breaking into our apartment building, while, I walked in, and my mom's like, the door is unlocked, don't go in there. And I'm watching a guy, steal our stuff. And I'm staring at him like, Mom, there's someone in our apartment that I don't know. So, I did not come from anything that, was like, oh, okay, you are gifted and you had all these connections in New York and you were able to, get into broadcast journalism. No. And the thing that gave me, a sense of winning was legit the New York Yankees. And, probably the 90s Knicks were also there. I won't, knock those guys for what they're doing these days. But, having a sense of winning is really important for a kid, and I see a big difference with my friends who were Mets fans growing up. You know what I mean? So for me, it was all man, when Mariano Rivera can come up and they're down by 1 run and save them and get them an extra inning. Mama knows I could get through this. If all this trouble was going on when I'm growing up and I'm watching the New York Yankees, who are just a mile down the road from me, that meant everything. So for Jeter to be this he was like a hero. I was a kid and I was like, man, this guy is awesome. And again, I didn't have female. I told my parents, I was like, when I grow up, I'm gonna be center field for the Yankees. That's it. I'm gonna take Bernie Williams' spot. And they're like, that's great, kid. What else are you gonna do? I was like, that's my plan. There's no other plan. And then I hurt myself. I broke this finger twice. I have a steel pin in my hand. I can't bend it correctly, and so when I broke it, I was like, maybe I should have a backup plan. I'm like, I'm going to cover the Yankees when I go if I don't play center field. So.
See, Gaz grew up an Orioles fan. See, Gaz, winning is something that happens when you have more runs than the other team.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I was going to say, we call you Pinstripe Pants as your nickname, but Sarina Morales might be pushing the fandom right there for the Yankees with the story like that. A moment or story, one of your favorite Jeter stories or moments from his career. I know it's tough picking one.
You know what? It'll be the last time I ever saw him play. So I bought my park to watch Jeter play his last game ever. I did not go to his last Yankee game, and it was like between the two, which I kind of like slightly regret not going to that game. I was actually at a Nats game because I lived in D.C. at the time, but so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go get and watch Jeter's last game ever. So I'm at Fenway Park with my buddy Mello, and not Carmelo Anthony, another kid Mello, also went to Syracuse, and so went to the game with him, and I got to experience watching a bunch of Red Sox fans cheer for a Yankee, and that's special right there. And that's probably going to only happen once.
Well, imagine, okay, so you know how it is here. Like, I don't know how long it takes to get used to it, but we're walking around. And you know that, like, that moment when somebody is, like, behind you that everybody doesn't know how it's going to go down? Like, everybody's, like, nervous. Like, everybody gets weird.
Sure.
So we're walking from one building to the next, and all of a sudden everybody goes, Levack? He can't hurt you anymore. He doesn't play. I'm like, what are you talking? I turn around. It's David Ortiz.
Oh, right. He's here today.
Yeah, he's
That's
walking
right.
around.
Poppy's walking around.
So when does that get normal here? Because I instantly went and told security that he stole my wallet and don't let him in the building.
Oh, that's great.
I just wanted to make sure I got one little.
Kick him out.
When does it get normal to see like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's here today?
Yep, that too. Yeah. So one of the first moments I had here at ESPN, Magic Johnson walked by my desk, and so you're just kind of, but they're so used to like at some point like that guy's come in and out, and so I was just like, what up, big guy? How's it going? Like, I don't know. Like, what do you say to these guys? And then there was another time I saw Draymond Green come through after finishing a show, and I was like, why wasn't he on our show? And he was here for a SportsCenter commercial. This is a SportsCenter commercial. So, like, yeah, there are a lot of moments where I'm like, what? And then I was like, okay. So you don't really get used to it. It's more just like a double take of like, did that? Yeah, okay. That person's here. So,
Al Duncan pulled that move with Big Poppy because I could see Al Duncan walk in and she's like, "Hey, Big Poppy, what's going on?" I'm like, I don't know if they actually know each other, but she's so confident.
They don't. I'm like, oh no, she just does the thing I do. I'm like, hey, what's up, bud? And yeah, there was a day where I used to work at Shoot TV in the Time Warner building. Anderson Cooper's in the elevator because you get used to seeing people, right? Especially so for sports fans, it's like, I know that guy. Oh no, I don't, but we know him because you see him so often. So I'm in I go in the elevator, and Anderson Cooper walks out of the elevator, and I'm like, hey, what's up, bud? And I punch Anderson Cooper right in the arm, like as a friendly thing, like, what's happening, my man? And then I'm like, oh my God, you don't know me. And I say this out loud, and he's like, I don't know you. I was like, that's okay. I don't know you either, but all right, welcome to the 7th floor. It was like this moment. So I feel like it's that's what happens here. Like, hey, what's up happening? You don't know who I am, but that's all right. Cool. Let's go on.
Yeah, absolutely. Sarina Morales joined us from SportsCenter, and now you attended Syracuse. But I want some dirt on our sales manager.
Oh, see, I want
to get the dirt.
You want to get the? You want to get there? I wanted to know if there was ever a time you thought it was a star and it was just a random guy. Like doesn't that sound like we'll pick? Yeah, we'll pick on our sales manager in a second. Please help us.
Okay.
You guys went to college together and stuff. Has there ever been because there was a guy who walked by me earlier and I'm like, I think that's so and so, and then I realized, thank God I didn't say anything. Because it definitely wasn't. Like, have you ever done that? Like, we're walking up and be like, yo, Eric Allen, what's up? And it's like,
it's not.
Yeah, and it's like, no, my name is Steve, and I'm here to fix the copier. I just dress nice.
Yeah, no, because I think for us at least, it's like whoever's coming into the freezing studio. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know who's coming on our show next, but like the hallway stuff is just like that happens a lot. Like legit, I was just like, Magic Johnson went by, and I'm like, oh, what's up? You don't know who I am, but that's okay. And then like I saw him again a couple times after, and I wanted to sing, oh, it's magic, So, there's like then the upgrade of like what you're allowed to say, as you progress and see them more and more often. So pretty lucky that I did not get to see Ortiz today. So I'm a Yankee fan. Like, let's be real. Although I respect the man. Like he's made me appreciate the Red Sox. Him and Manny Ramirez are such like those two. I'm like, man, you have been the bane of my existence as a Yankee fan. So
But they're lovable. They're no Pedro.
They're lovable.
They're no Pedro.
No. I didn't include Pedro in that sentence. Yeah.
I think we may have been separated at birth.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm just a hair older.
A lot of this has been pro Yankees and not pro Syracuse. I'm going to step Syracuse.
Okay, all right. Now go ahead.
Now
that I've geeked out about the campus, feel free. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Kevin Rich Dirt, let's go. Sales manager.
He's got one of the best voices. Like, he was like the king on radio at Syracuse. So like when he was at Syracuse, like, if you wanted to be friends with him because he was a radio dude.
How much did he pay you?
Yeah,
how much did he pay you?
Yeah, no. In fact, he used to help me with, like, because I was like, I might do radio. Like, I had a radio show on Z89 at Syracuse. It was the Danger Zone. I was DJ Juice. I had the most obnoxious, like, voice and, like, just, like, the way that it was all hip-hop and whatnot, like, give the Bronx girl all the hip-hop, right? Yep. And I was just like, oh, yeah, we're going to play all this cool stuff. But, like, Kevin Rich was, like, super helpful because I was like, maybe I want to do radio. Maybe I won't do TV. And so he was, like, giving me some, tidbits here and there. So he's always been, I can't talk crap about him because he's, like, a super nice human.
I think he has the best radio voice. I mean, you're sitting here with us.
Good, right?
He sells
I
us.
have headphones, so I'm not hearing like the radio voice, right? Yeah, no, he was great. And yes, well, it makes sense if you all work together. Did he give you help with your radio voices? Is that?
Wow!
All right, sorry you can't stay.
Thanks, Sarina, for coming by.
Right.
And also, you are all over the place. You are like you're miss on the spot lately. So I know that you've got like a top secret black ops thing coming up that you can't really talk about.
Right.
But when do we get to see it? Because it sounds amazing.
You'll see it during at some point during NBA Finals, like play Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. You will see it very soon, and it will feature some big name NBA players. Obviously, everyone who's playing at this time of year is a big name. So, so yeah, it'll be pretty exciting and getting like a behind the scenes look at these guys, and I'll get to talk to a few of the players on a team that we will not mention.
Wow, that's a tease. That's pretty good though.
That's an absolute tease.
Yeah.
I'm missing my friggin'. I went to DeWitt Clinton High School in the Bronx. I'm missing my high school is honoring me at an alumni dinner, and I'm missing it because of this. I'm working around NBA Finals schedule. Hey, I cannot go to this dinner, and my sister's actually receiving the award for
I was going to say, send mom. That would finally make up for everything.
My sister went to my same high school, so she's like, I'll receive it for you. So I'm just like, man, so yeah, I'm giving up some things to go and talk to these guys, so it better be good. It will be good, because Mama's not wasting her time.
If you get a chance, trip Kelly Olynyk for me. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen tonight.
Just 1 foot out. That's all I'm asking.
Game 1 tonight in Boston, yeah.
No chance, right?
Yeah. But it's like everyone's a dirty player now. We got Zaza being a dirty player, like Draymond's been a dirty player, like everyone's just a dirty player. And I think about it, I played baseball for 10 years in the Bronx. I played softball for a while too. And I don't know, for me, there is a sense of where you forget you're playing and you're just like, I must win. You turn into a robot. You're like, I have to play and I have to win. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, that was that. In case anyone couldn't figure it out. So, which no one did. So, I would dive in, you slide in a second, you're stealing second, and then you kind of aim for the ankles a little bit, like the shins, which is like a dirty play in baseball, softball. And I would be like, then get out of my way. So, there is this, I kind of understand what you're doing, but, there is the ethical sense of give this guy space to land and whatnot. So I can go either way on these things.
I can go with you on a lot, but the arm bars from Olynyk are a bit much for me.
I mean, you put this guy out of freaking Kevin Love and Olynyk have got to just have a cup of tea or something.
I can't wait.
Namaste, boys.
I'm hoping Kevin Love acts tough once in his life.
Yeah,
just once the California boy gets crazy out there.
We might see that tonight. It'll be a good game. I'm glad that the NBA, I'm glad this is happening. They need to. Also, LeBron is going to play like a crazy man because he loves. Dave McMenamin wrote a piece, covers the Cavs, also a Syracuse guy, wrote a piece on LeBron actually loved playing on the road, plays better on the road because he loves adversity. And when you walk into TD Garden as a basketball fan, whether you cheer for Boston or not, they are, Boston fans, we've talked about them, like they're crazy. They're absolutely insane. And so I was just like, yeah, LeBron has a better chance of beating the Celtics than the Wizards because of the fans himself. And then he's going to be like, yep, go ahead. Go ahead and bring the hate. So if they want it, here's the secret to success, Celtics fans. Don't say anything. Just make the whole thing silent. The way that the Knicks did this year, right? Like, just silence and, like, cheer for him, and he'll be all thrown out. And then, like...
Have mime night.
Yes, yes. Everyone's a mime today. Yeah. No one's saying anything.
They're all just standing there waving their fists.
That's the secret.
Sarina Morales, thank you so much. I know you didn't over here to Building 5, so we really appreciate it, and we're going to totally have to deal with the whole Kevin Rich having the best voice in radio thing. So
we edited that out. We'll take care of it.
Oh, please.
He can't hear this, can he?
No.
Okay.
He's going to hear it. There's no way he's not going to. I wish he wouldn't, but he's going to.